Right now, choose any new 20 Mazda and get 0% for 60 months, plus 90 days deferred payments during the Team Mazda upgrade event happening now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bug Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
In her tenure, the mayor-president has spent almost $4 billion of our taxes. She's had so much, but done so little. We're near the top nationally in revenues collected, but rock bottom in quality of services. Pay more, get less. That's failure. I'm Jordan Piazza. I'm a small businessman, not a career politician. With impressive new ideas, bold conservative management, and plenty of energy to eliminate politics, we can renew our success. And trust me, we will.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hello and welcome to our Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Here's hoping that all is well with you and yours. Since the last opportunity, some 24 hours and change ago, that we had the opportunity to spend some time with you and yours. For our friends and neighbors in Ascension, woohoo! Talk about absolute heaven. The I-10 widening project completed recently, and yesterday, all the powers that be got together to celebrate this. Of course, celebration nowhere near as grand as it is for those that have to make that commute each and every day. Joining us to start today's show is a dear friend of the show, the secretary of our very own Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development, Dr. Shawn Wilson. Dr. Wilson, good morning, and how are you, sir?
I am well and blessed, and good morning to you and your listeners.
So what will the completion of this project mean for folks that make that commute daily, Dr. Wilson?
I think first and foremost it'll be a huge sigh of relief that construction is over, and then I think there will be tremendous joy in having these 6.5 miles of 3 lanes unhampered. I've gotten tremendous feedback and response from folks that get on the interstate at 73 or at 22 or 30, and when they get to this section, they just keep on whizzing, and they do so safely, and we're excited to have this project done.
This project was executed as a, quote, design-build project. For us lay people, what does that mean, and what are the benefits to that?
Sure. It actually means more value and benefit to citizens. Notwithstanding the process, normally we design something, and we go through that procurement, we get it back, then we bid it out, and then we get it back, and then we proceed to building it. That's very linear. In design build, we actually look at the qualifications of a team that can do both the design and the construction, which oftentimes allows them to get enough design to begin construction sooner, and then you can finish the project a little bit faster. But more importantly, in the design build process, you can get innovations, whether it's a smaller wall or a lower level wall or a safety barrier, or if it's different types of concrete or different types of design elements. That too brings value to the process, and it also brings value to the project itself, and that's what we did on this one. We didn't have a full set of plans when we bid it out. We were up to about 35-40% plans and needed a contractor to finish those plans and then come in and build it all in one fell swoop for $72 million.
When you talk about a state like ours that has such a massive backlog of construction and repair projects, is this the wave of the future? Is it to our benefit to try to apply this more broadly, for lack of a better phrase?
Yeah, I think it is going to be a part of our future. Now, is this going to be the majority of our contracts? The answer is going to be no. We've done 15 total design build projects that way, and the project has to be the right kind of project. It has to have the right level of funding, the right opportunity for innovation. So the vast majority of what we're going to do in the state are going to be small design bid build projects, the very traditional sense, because that's a part of our economy, and that's what we're going to need to support the different job sectors involved. With design build, the right project can offer those benefits. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, we should be a little bit more progressive and not necessarily look at $75, $100 million projects. There might be a $20 million project that can be used, that can be done using design build. The difference is I don't want to have to spend the same level of procurement effort on a smaller project. And so I hope to come to the legislature with some language next year that will allow us to use this more broadly in smaller capacity, which might change the process, since we've done 15 of them and we've done them well.
Speaking of the Louisiana legislature, just this morning, coming in to do the show, there was an accident at the Dalrymple exit just over the Horace Wilkinson / I-10 bridge that really bottlenecked the traffic there. And I found myself saying, yet again, this is an instance where another bridge across the Mississippi River, where we would have been able to divert all of that I-10 through traffic around this, would have reaped just untold benefits for the morning commute. Understanding what we are dealing with and the massiveness of a project like this, what do you tell folks in the capital region as far as holding out hope that hopefully one day, sooner rather than later, this will become a reality?
So the first thing I tell folks is put your phones down and buckle up, because distraction is typically going to be the root of most of the crashes that we see that cause this disruption.
Yep.
Notwithstanding that policy implication and driver responsibility, what I tell people is the bridge would save us some trouble. It would provide a different alternative and reduction in that congestion when it comes. And we are going as fast as we possibly can to get it done and get it done right, and not necessarily make mistakes or design something and place it in the wrong location or not do it right. We want to get it right the first time. I also will tell them it's going to take some financial sacrifice, because had we had the resources 20 years ago, we would have funded that bridge and be in a much better position of not dealing with not having it now. The fact remains is that our gas tax is 33 years old, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't increased. And you've heard me say this before. I challenge any and every entity to go back to what they were charging or earning in 1990 and live on that same revenue stream in 2020. It just cannot happen.
Yeah.
And we've got to pay for what we want. And if it's worth having, it's worth paying for.
And, of course, 2020 has brought home the fact that with hurricanes occurring with the frequency that they did this year, we've been so very fortunate here in the capital region that we've not required a massive evacuation on relatively short notice. This is yet another instance where we've got to plan for the future, bite the bullet, and make that financial consideration if we want to ensure the safety of our children, our grandchildren, and, of course, ourselves.
Well, I'll be the first to tell you that 2020 is just a year from hell on all radars. But you're absolutely right that we rely on infrastructure for our daily economic benefit, our quality of life, but more importantly, we rely on it to get folks out of harm's way. And you can look no further than our neighbors in Lake Charles and saw what they were dealing with between Laura and Delta, and the implications of having to move mass numbers of people in short amounts of time. Fortunately, we've not had any disasters or deaths in those evacuations, but that's not uncommon across the country.
Right.
We've done it well enough here and long enough that we can manage that. We provide the support that's needed, but it's not convenient, it's not safe, and it causes us to have extended disruption, which means we want people to leave as early as possible when they have to leave so that they aren't in that congestion and they aren't in that position. And the repopulation is the same way in the reverse direction. So you're correct that infrastructure is here on a regular basis, but it absolutely has to benefit us when we most need it. And disasters in this state, in this year, in this time, is proof that we need to do it more often and build a much better system to handle it.
Speaking of hurricanes, Dr. Wilson, are you anticipating any potential bridge and or ferry closings because of Hurricane Zeta?
Yes, there is another hurricane coming, and we have a UCG the governor has called that will happen shortly. I've already issued the directive to remove tolls on the LA1 bridge. We are starting to demobilize or break down construction zones where it's possible to clear the path as much as we can. But if we've already dug up the pavement, we aren't going to be able to go back and fill it.
Right.
So you're going to have some of those bottlenecks, but we are preparing, as always, with our high water signs and barricades, working with our local government leaders in terms of evacuation, and making sure our motor assist patrol is out and fully stocked and ready to assist individuals with gas or tire needs or engine failure issues. But we are, unfortunately, we're good at this. We're resilient, but God knows we're tired.
Amen. Amen. How are the good men and women under your leadership holding up with all the hurricanes, COVID-19, and everything else that you've had to deal with in 2020, Dr. Wilson?
It's so grateful that you asked, because they are the ones that make it happen for us. We are oftentimes out there, but it's the people on the ground that do all the hard, heavy lifting on a daily basis. Thank God this isn't in Southwest Louisiana, where I had 54 of my employees lose everything. In Laura and Delta, and then I've got 3 in Lafayette that's lost everything in those same events. But we're resilient. They're hanging in there. This is their mission. I mean, this is their calling and their public service in many respects. And whether they're working for DOTD or some other law enforcement agency or even local government, public works, these are times that we get an opportunity to shine. And COVID has not put a dimmer on that. I still have about almost 200 people working from home. We have people who've passed away that worked with us, and we've had over 100 people positive here at DOTD. And yours truly was out for almost 3 weeks, very early in March with COVID. And it's disrupted us, but it hasn't debilitated us and prevented us from doing what we do. And thank God the governor made infrastructure essential so that our industry can work. It may have slowed us down a little bit, but we are being resilient, and we're going to be there, and we're going to do our jobs to help citizens in this time of need.
Dr. Shawn Wilson, Secretary of our very own Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development, thank you for the time, as always, my friend. And more important, thank you for being a good steward of our money and getting us on that long journey to where Louisiana's infrastructure needs to be. We appreciate that sincerely.
Well, thank you, and to all your listeners, y'all be safe out there and pay attention to the news and mask up. Thank you much.
You're quite welcome, sir. It is one of those things that, and listen, y'all, I know I'm a conservative. I understand full well. Clarence, I don't want to pay no more money than I have to. I get it. But the first time there is another major hurricane and we're staring down the barrel, when you're stuck in that traffic trying to get out of harm's way, might make you think a little different. Just saying. First break of Hour 1. We're going to bang this puppy out and roll right on with the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bug Show, here and only here on the Pelican. Stay close.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Contea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Contea, your Italian dining will change forever.
You could be driving. Right now, during the Team Honda Upgrade event, get a new 20 Accord Sport for just $309 a month with no money down, no first payment, and no security deposit. It's time to upgrade to your new Honda at Louisiana's #1 new car dealer, Team Honda on Siegen Lane.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
By all standards, he is a champion for consumers. Because of Public Service Commissioner Eric Scrametta, our utility rates are 35% less than the national average, the lowest in all of America. He saved ratepayers over $8 billion. Commissioner Scrametta brought us more reliable power plants and energy-efficient solar fields. Public Service Commissioner Eric Scrametta. Keep the commissioner who keeps our rates low.
Edition of the Clarence Bug Show. You know, there is something to be said, I guess, about individuals having entirely too much time on their hands. For the third year in a row, and I will be the first to announce my ignorance in this regard, I did not know the 2 prior years that this was going on. But it was announced this week that starting this week at Walmart stores all across the country, you can buy, just in time for the holidays, a KFC, as in Kentucky Fried Chicken, fireplace log. This log, when burned, allegedly, and I've got to imagine it's true because this is the third year in a row that they've done it, when burned, it fills your home with the holiday aroma of 11 herbs and spices. And after all, who doesn't want their house to smell like 11 herbs and spices, right? I guess fried chicken could be equated with the holidays, at least until KFC comes up with turkey, you know, that they sell for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I would have paid the price of admission. I'd buy a ticket to have been in the meeting of the minds, quote unquote, at Kentucky Fried Chicken headquarters when they had this brainstorming session, okay? We need to come up with something some holiday, whatever, that will grab people's attention. Oh, well, I know. Why don't we have like chicken that is in the shape of Santa Claus? Okay, Bob, that's pretty good. What else do we have? Well, we could take the mashed potatoes and put it in a container shaped like Rudolph. Oh, okay, Mary, that's pretty good. Yeah, who else we got? Thomas, what you got back there? Why don't we make like a fireplace log? Because the weather's going to be getting cool. A fireplace log, Thomas? Yeah, and it could smell like fried chicken. Wow, Thomas. Everybody that thinks Thomas's idea is a great idea, raise your hand. Everybody's hand goes up. A fireplace log that makes your house smell like fried chicken. Not just fried chicken, mind you, but 11 herbs and spices. So I guess since this is the third year that they're doing this, probably by next year they will have the deluxe version where you not only get the smell of 11 herbs and spices, but it will also add the scent of mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit, too. The KFC fireplace log, now on sale at Walmart. I would love to walk into someone's home for Thanksgiving, and there's, man, that turkey smells great. Ooh, is that grandma's dressing I smell? You got the recipe from your grandma for her dress? Man, those candied yams, that cinnamon smell. Oh my God! But what's that other one? Oh, that's fried chicken. That's KFC. Oh, we having KFC? No, that's the fireplace log. Somebody at KFC headquarters had entirely too much time on their hands and probably ended up with a bonus for it. Because, I mean, if they're selling it at Walmart, obviously KFC thought it was a good idea. I just can't wait to see the commercials, how they're going to tout this. 2020, you got to love it. Speaking of commercials, I'm watching TV the other day with a dear friend, and I have Pluto TV. For those of you that don't know, it's internet-based TV. It's like 100 some odd channels, and like any other cable service or satellite service, you have all the different categories: news, sports, movies, entertainment, reality, kids, Latino, etc., etc., etc. And obviously, it is not a direct competitor with cable or satellite. And as a result, the advertising prices are, conventional wisdom would say, a lot cheaper than cable TV or broadcast TV, for that matter. So political ads, are just running incessantly. And this dear friend asked me, said, man, how do you decide? With all these political ads that are out there, how do you decide who you're going to vote for? And we, of course, were engaged in this conversation. And I told them, I said, well, first and foremost, let me tell you this. I don't decide by watching commercials. But if I were to decide by watching commercials, the last thing that would sway me would be a commercial where an individual cannot stand on their own record. This, for me, is the bellwether. If I watch a commercial and all you do is tell me why I shouldn't vote for the other person, you don't deserve my vote. For example, the other night, over the course of maybe 4 hours, there were probably, I don't know, maybe 20 commercials for Joe Biden. And I'm watching them. And then it struck me. Out of all of these commercials, and of the 20 that ran, there were maybe 6 different versions of the commercial. Not a single one of them pointed out something he's done for the country. And it struck me, how odd is it that after 47 years, and this holds true for anyone, okay, we're talking local, state, federal, if you've been in office for any amount of time, and like Joe Biden's commercials, you don't hang your hat, quote unquote, on a single thing that you are proud of in your record, then you don't deserve my vote. I, as an individual, as an American, I'm smart enough to make up my own mind. I don't need you to spend all your time, energy, money, effort telling me why I should not vote for the opposition. I want to know why I should vote for you. If I go for a job interview and the boss asks, well, Clarence, why should I hire you instead of the other 3 people that I'm considering? I'm not going to ask, well, who are the other 3? Let me tell you some dirt on them. If he asks, why should I hire you? I said, well, I've been in broadcasting for 40 years. I have hosted TV shows for 4 Hall of Fame coaches. I started the very first daily radio sports show, focusing on underserved high schools, historically black high schools in the capital city and the immediate area around. I was co-host of the very first national sports show, focusing on the 4 historically black conferences, the CIAA, the SIAC, the MEAC, and the SWAC. I was the 2016 Louisiana Association of Broadcasters Lifetime Achievement Award winner for excellence in broadcasting. I lay out my accomplishments. I don't try to convince him to hire me by, oh, that other guy you consider? No, man, you don't want to mess with him. That's insulting. That is absolutely insulting. And it says to me, you are afraid of your own record, and all you can do is try to demonize the other guy. Let me implore you this election season, whether it is a local race, state race, national race, whatever, as a voter, demand that they tell you why you should vote for them, instead of telling you why you shouldn't vote for the other person. If they can't do that, they don't deserve your vote. Bottom of the hour break. I'm going to get this out. And come back, I'm going to prove to you that yes, America is great. And it's foolproof. You're going to like this. It's next. Here on the Clarence Bugg Show, only on the Pelican. Sit tight.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Jaguar Nation, we need your help in masking up Louisiana.
Masks help us slow the spread of COVID-19.
During this time, we must continue to wear a mask, wash our hands, and practice social distancing.
It's important that we continue to abide by the CDC's guidelines to stop the spread.
Jaguar Nation, we challenge you to mask up. Go Jags!
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Today's the day to score thousands in savings on a new Toyota during the upgrade event at Team Toyota. Choose the all-new redesigned 2020 Highlander and get $1,750 customer cash. Let today be the day you score thousands in savings at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.
During COVID, many local businesses have been treated unfairly. The big box stores continue making money, but not many of our local businesses. I know firsthand. As your mayor president, I'll fully open the economy while protecting the vulnerable. But I want our people and businesses back working again. I'll not rest until we change our economy with new, innovative, and larger businesses with greater payrolls.
A clear leader for unclear times. Jordan Piazza, Mayor President.
We can succeed again, and trust me, we will.
Clarence Bugg Show. You know, one of the things that, as an American, has been particularly troublesome to watch is, in the midst of all the social upheaval in our country, the number of people that have attempted to demonize this country. Not to mention the number of people like Marty who won't set the clock for me and start it when we come out of a segment. White people can't find good help anywhere. I tell you, they're migrating. In every, quote, movement in society, we have buzzwords, buzz phrases, and we attempt to justify that particular movement, that particular shift in thinking, by attaching a catchy phrase to it. I never thought in my lifetime I would witness this many people in a rush to, one, demonize America. America's not a great country. We've never really been a great country. Horse hockey. Almost said the other word. And two, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see this rush to embrace socialism. Last night, just on a whim, I'm thinking about how disheartening it is, the number of people that are the beneficiaries of America's greatness that don't think we're great and think socialism would be a good alternative. So I went to the World Atlas site, and this site was this list on this site was published in 2018. So it could very well have changed in whatever regard since then. These are the countries listed in the World Atlas as being socialist countries: Angola, Bangladesh, Barbados, Bolivia, China, Cuba, Ecuador, El Salvador, Ethiopia, Greece, Guinea, Guyana, Laos, Mozambique, Namibia, Nepal, Nicaragua, North Korea, Portugal, the Republic of the Congo, Sri Lanka, Suriname, Tanzania, Uruguay, Venezuela, Vietnam, and Zambia. You know what all of these countries have in common? Nobody wants to go there, and the folks that are there are trying to get out. If America is not great, if America has not been great, why are there every single year tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people trying to get in here? That in and of itself should, and I stress should, tell you everything you need to know. You don't see, like we saw in this country roughly a year and a half, 2 years ago. When's the last time you heard of a caravan of 25,000 people marching to get in to North Korea? When is the last time you heard a caravan of 25,000 people marching to get in to China? When is the last time you heard of a caravan of 20 people marching to try to get in to Cuba? Some of y'all not going to get that till later, but that's okay, long as you get it. Another way that you can tell unequivocally that yes, America is great. Go back to 2016 as the whole race for president in this country really heated up. And all of these, quote, celebrities let all know who would listen. If Donald Trump wins the presidency, I'm leaving. Remember that? Jon Stewart told everybody who would listen, if Trump wins, I'm out of here. Chelsea Handler told everybody that would listen, if this man wins, I'm done. I'm gone. Samuel L. Jackson told everybody who would listen, South Africa, here I come. If Donald Trump wins, I'm gone. Spike Lee. Of course, Spike needs some geography lessons because he claimed if Trump wins, I'm leaving. Well, where you going, Spike? Brooklyn. Newsflash, Hoss, Brooklyn is still in the U.S. Different story for a different day. Lena Dunham, Barry Diller. Who else on this list? Cher, Chloe Sevigny, Al Sharpton, Natasha Lyonne, and the list goes on and on and on. Of the 26 worldwide known celebrities that loudly and proudly proclaimed, if Donald Trump wins, I'm out of here. Of those 26, how many of them left? 0. Not a one. Now, they didn't ask me, but I will volunteer my opinion on why they didn't leave. Because they couldn't find any place better. They couldn't find any place. With all their money, with all their fame, with all their influence as a celebrity, they couldn't find a place on planet Earth that was better than America. Bruce Springsteen gonna find that out pretty soon too. Born in the USA. He gonna find out soon enough. When you don't have a problem with illegal immigration, that means nobody wants to go where you are. Cuba, they don't have a problem with illegal immigration. You know why? Nobody wants to go there. Why? Because it ain't like America. China, they don't have a problem with illegal immigration. Why? Because the people that's there, they're trying to get the hell out. Namibia, Mozambique, Ethiopia, Venezuela, they don't have a problem with illegal immigration. Why? Because the people that are there, they're trying to get the hell out. And you have the unmitigated gall. You have the nerve to talk about America's not a great country, never been a great country. You still here. If America is all this, racist, whatever other names you want to throw at us, why are you still here? I'm sure Chelsea Handler, I'm sure Samuel L. Jackson, they could buy you a ticket when they leave. Oops, wait, that's right, they didn't leave. And newsflash, snowflakes, get ready to melt some more. When we continue on the trajectory we're on now, we're going to be even greater than we've ever been. Might as well get used to it, Captain. That's what America's about. And it pains me to no end the number of people that either cannot, will not, or don't want to see the truth. Just goes to show you, though, with the right media and the right propaganda, you can make a whole lot of folk believe just about anything. The only drawback to that, what's the old adage? You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you know the rest of that, right? And that, my friends, is why America, for those of us that love it, those of us that don't want to be anyplace else, we will always be great. And if we're not, We're going to die trying to keep it that way. Just saying. Just saying. Let me get this final break of this hour out of the way. We'll bang it out, come back, put that big old pretty bow on this puppy, and wrap up the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bug Show right where you got it, here and only here on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Surprise, something good has finally happened in 2020. Yours truly, the Clarence Bug Show, gets to be with you every day of the week. That's right, 11 to 12 every weekday. And of course, the Exiles right in front of yours truly from 10 to 11, yours truly 11 to 12. So now it's appointment viewing. 5 days a week here on the Pelican. The Clarence Bug Show. The only thing missing is you.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Time winding down in our final segment. I understand we've got Carlene on line one. Carlene, good morning, and how are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing great, and thanks for sitting here by me, and we were listening to what you said, and we listen to your program and watch your program every day that you're on.
Bless
and,
your heart.
We still think you make the best president in the world. I mean, you have such knowledge that other people haven't even let run through their minds. They haven't even thought of some of the stuff that you say, and
Bless
some
your
of the things that you say, you crack us up. We've got our family members, our kids. We've got them when they can to watch and listen to you, and they'll come over and we save the programming for them. And then we all get together, and we can't believe how, Jim told me you were smart, but I said, oh my gosh. And when I called you last time and said you need to be president, somebody needs to put you out there, because everything that you say makes sense. And, run for mayor or something. Because
Bless,
you're doing great.
bless your heart. Bless your heart.
But we are so impressed with you. And, you know, we're just plain country people, working people. And you always you pinpoint everything and put it right in. And all of our friends, that we're telling them, you know, tune in and watch you because you make such sense. And we're, you know, we're so excited. And I've got a big
Hello, my friend. Guys, I got to run. My time is short. Thank you so very much. Wow. Talk about make my day. Talk about make my day. But you know, Carlene, I was speaking with a young lady the other day. And she said to me, she said, you know, and just so happens she's white. And she said, what you do takes more courage than most people have. Meaning, being a black conservative in America, not a whole lot of folks would be able to, quote, stay the course. And I told her, I said, you know, it's really not that hard. And this is true about life as well as politics, as well as broadcasting, as well as trying to be a good and decent person. All you have to do, Carlene, is tell the truth. I don't have to worry about what I said yesterday. I don't have to worry about someone saying, well, I was listening to you last week and you said such and such, so and so, whatever. I don't have to worry about that. If you tell the truth is what the truth is. It speaks for itself. So you never have to worry about telling another lie to cover the first lie you told, which is going to lead to you telling another lie. You don't have to worry about that. If you just tell the truth, the rest of it takes care of itself. And at the end of the day, dear, I give you my solemn pledge. I will always simply tell you the truth. Now, let me hasten to add this. Some of y'all got a problem with the truth, okay? For the record, it doesn't matter whether it's a black person, white person, Republican, Democrat, Independent, doesn't matter who tells you the truth. It doesn't matter. It's still the truth. The truth is what the truth is. Now, if you have a problem with the truth, that's on you. That's not on me. I will say that again. If you have a problem with the truth, that's on you. That's not on me. You need to have a come to Jesus. You need to have a sit down with yourself if you have a problem with the truth. Listen, y'all, even if I were not blessed to have this platform, I am the recipient of freedoms and liberties that are the envy of this world. I am, as a black man in this country, the beneficiary. And I'm a big believer in perception. It's all about how you choose to look at things. For example, you could say, Clarence, you got to understand, these people, when they formed this country, they didn't look out for us. We were slaves and we were 3/5 of a human being, and that's racist. Well, that's one way to look at it. I choose to look at it differently. This country was founded on certain principles. And after a certain amount of time, the good people in this country realized, wait a minute, we are not living up to the ideals that we should live up to. Old Clarence is capable of working just as hard as anybody else. Old Clarence is perfectly capable of learning just like everybody else. Old Clarence is capable of being a good American just like everybody else. So what did this country do? It fought a war with itself. Fathers fought sons. Mothers spilled blood against their daughters. Neighbors fought neighbors so that old Clarence could have the rights that every other American has. That's greatness, y'all. I don't care how you cut it. That's greatness. When you come to the realization that we're not living up to the creed that we have established, we are going to change it, even if it means fighting ourselves. Now, when that occurs, and old Clarence now becomes the beneficiary of their blood, their sweat, their tears, their largesse. Now that debt has been paid, and Clarence now has an obligation. I've got an obligation to prove that those folk that saw fit to fight their parents, those folk that saw fit to fight their neighbors, those folk that saw fit to fight their siblings on my behalf, I am obligated to prove that their sacrifice was not in vain. That's how I choose to look at it. I refuse to be a victim. I am the recipient and the beneficiary of the greatest gift that government has ever given to mankind. And I will not let anybody persuade me in any other direction. It is what it is. The truth will always be the truth. And I give you my solemn pledge. When you tune in here, that's all you'll ever get. That's why at the end of every day you hear me say, you know what? I'll give it to you. You're right. America, we're not perfect. But doggone it, from my money, it's the best there is. And God knows there is no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you realize he loves you, right? And I hope you know that I do too. Then again, there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.